Reunion. Hello, y'all. I was selling crack on a private jet up in the hell and back. But no confusion, this a reunion. Hello, y'all. Welcome back. Get murder here. He counting money. He said, "Can man, the hell with rap. I'm only here to shit on niggas and piss on bitches. Welcome ass. I bought jewelry and bikes, nigga. Black Benzes and white Vickers. Now I'm out here and I'm looking for more chandeliers and light fixtures. Nah. I don't like niggas, what's wrong with me? I'm a hype nigga, but this 44 turn to Michael Jordan. I look and say, take flight, nigga.
Welcome back to It Is What It Is. This episode is sponsored by Underdog. The app is an easy way to make some cash just by making picks on your favorite players. Underdog is available in more than 30 states, including California, Texas, and Missouri, just to name a few. Make sure to support the show by hitting the link in the bio and downloading the Underdog app. Use code MACECAM or STAT to get up to $1,000 in bonus credits with your first deposit and a free pick. I'm Treasure Wilson, aka Stat Baby, along with your hosts Mace and Cam, and today we are joined with our analyst Maurice Claret.
What's good, everybody? What's happening?
Yo, Mo, what's good, man? Killer, what's good?
Shit, everything good? How you feel, man?
Really good, man.
Good, that's what's up. Good to have y'all on the show today. Well, Mo, well, Mace every day, but good to see you, Mo. Mo must be on the road, man.
Likewise.
Mo ain't got the regular background.
I took my talents to South Beach, baby. See me?
Okay.
That's what's up.
I went to your old stomping ground, Stat, and they said they ain't seen you in a while.
It has been a little minute, but I'll be back. I'll be back.
What they say, Mo?
Hey, they said they ain't seen Stat in a while. They say she done went west and got lost, and you know, I had to speak on her behalf.
Look at this, Stat. You ain't been home. That's why you be going against the crib.
Oh, you can never go against the crib. It's been a second since I've been home, but I know where home is, and they know that too. So I'll be back eventually. Okay. So we have a lot to talk about. We're going to start with the NFL. So they've officially banned nose wipe, throat slashes. I'm going to read verbatim what the new rule says. So it says any violent gesture, which shall include but not be limited to a throat slash, simulating firing or brandishing a gun or using the nose wipe gesture or an act that is sexually suggestive or offensive. It could be subject to a 15-yard penalty. Maurice, after hearing that, why do you think that is? What do you think is going on? And do you find an issue with the gestures?
That's just all PR, baby. The NFL must have caught some criticism from somebody. But man, the music that they play over the speakers, the way that these dudes get together in the locker room prior to the game, the music that they listen to becomes infectious. And them young guys, when they hit the field, are doing nothing more than playing out their most inner desires. Pause. You know, after being around the team this year at Ohio State, I just see, man, when these young dudes be in the locker room listening to NBA Youngboy and Chief Keef and King Von and all that wild stuff, you have me a couple of seconds coming out the tunnel like, man, I'm ready to cause violent harm to somebody else. You know what I'm saying? And so them young dudes just acting it out on the field, and that's just what it is. And so these young dudes will find something else to express themselves on the field because you have to be in a different mindset to be as aggressive as these dudes are. But it's just all PR. That's when I heard this, it was just all PR for NFL.
Yeah, and Stat, did you say nose wipe?
Yeah.
Oh, so they mad with that.
Yeah.
I don't get that. Why are people so... Is that like a gang gesture?
From what I know, I mean, Young Thug started out with the slatty.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about now.
I don't think it's a problem, but...
gang gesture.
Well, no.
That is a gang gesture.
Well, no.
I mean,
it's like slime love over everything, you know. I don't think so. Thug is free, you know. Like,
you looking at it like commercial crip walking?
No.
Then how are you looking at it?
I just think that given the circumstances, it's fine. That's all.
Okay. All right. So you saying it's not a gang gesture, right?
According to everything that played out, no.
Okay, so
Mase, how do you feel about it, Mase? She asked you how you feel about it. You haven't answered the question yet. How about you answer it, then ask that? How do you feel about what they said?
I think they got some good points to what they're saying. I'm asking her because, you know, on everything else you've been asking her this week, she don't know when she's in danger. You know how you take somebody somewhere and they don't know that they're in a lot of danger, but they think it's all good. So
This is true. This is very true.
She thinks it's commercial crip walking. That's what I think. So I think the NFL definitely has a point. I think there's some things that they got to modify if they want to keep a healthy culture. If they don't, you know, they can leave it as is, but they will be allowing, you know, the energy to come on the field. But I don't want it to affect the play. If that takes away from the play of football, then we have something else to consider. A lot of these kids are coming from gang-infested environments anyway, so, you know, that's going to come with the territory.
Yeah, that was good. I really wanted to know how you felt about it because to me, it's two things. Really one thing. Everything else, I get it with the guns and everything else, but the nose wipe, that was crazy. And you know, I'm glad the stat shedded some light on that because I didn't know that was a Young Thug thing. I seen mad niggas doing that shit. Where I'm from, it meant cocaine. You know, my era. Like niggas was getting high. Then you go in the club. If you got the,
do you have it?
Yeah, do you have it?
You got it.
That's what I thought it meant. I didn't know it was slime and all this other shit. You know, Noriega actually invented slime, and then Vado did it, then Young Thug did it. So that's what I be saying when niggas be like slime and all this, and not just slime, other stuff, and they be like, niggas be taking and running, not saying that it isn't good to keep it going, but it means different things for different eras. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm cool with everything Mo and Mason stat, except for the nose. I don't like fam because I'm not. You could keep the nose because what happens is you're gonna start making anything. Okay, the gun shit, cool. Yeah. I get it. What else is the gun stat? What else?
Firing, things like that.
Oh,
throat slash.
Yeah, any shit killing and gun related. Basically, this is a saying finish them, I guess, Mortal Kombat, guns, whatever. The no shit, niggas is reaching, bro. Cause now this gonna be something later. You do this, you start digging in your ear, nah, none of that. You know who did that? Little man Chopper from Baton Rouge. Once he did that, that means die. Nah, bro, you can't make everything something. You know what I'm saying? That's my opinion. The fire and shit, the throw slash cool, they reaching with the no shit. I think they more mad that the nigga Archie Manning, I call him doing the no shit. Yeah. Down there in Texas, Archie Manning, Mo?
Archie Manning is wiping his nose?
Well, Archie Manning was wiping his nose, murder. Archie Manning had to, he on Instagram like this.
Yeah, he might mean the cocaine.
I think he's part of the reason the shit is banned. They like, oh nah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They like, nah, wait a minute.
Right.
Because if that mean coke, I don't think it mean cocaine. I'm playing, but if he start getting into it, you know they don't stop things until it start affecting white people. Yeah. When it start affecting white people, you got to cut this out, you know?
Yeah, I see Archie Manning with the nose joint, but my opinion is this. What does that mean? I don't even think the NFL knows what it means. Why? That's a good question for the NFL. Okay, cool. Go ahead, Mo, I'm sorry.
No, you are right about that. A lot of these dudes don't know what none of this stuff means, right? I'll give you a prime example. Yeah. I was getting ready to come out to a game, and these young dudes were singing the 42 Doug song, Dog Food. And I could hear what they were saying, but I said, do y'all even know what dog food is?
Right.
And they're just listening to the beat and articulating the words, right. But they had no clue what he was talking about packs touching down and all that. They had no clue, but these kids just emulating, you know, just culture and just have no clue what they're talking about.
And that's a great point.
They would hate.
Yeah, Murder, I'm sorry.
They would hate for it to mean that Archie gonna kill something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's a great point. Like, Stat, do you know what dog food means?
No, but I know the song.
Exactly.
Dog food, young kid, 51 off.
That's the whole point, Mo.
Oh my
That's a great point, Mo.
That's when he said that. I was like,
Do you have an idea what it means?
I'm telling you.
Is it like pounds of drugs?
It's heroin, to be specific.
Okay.
So yeah, Mo. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If the people, so that's what I'm trying to say, Mo, and to you guys' point, if the players and everybody else, not saying the players don't know or whatever, but you got people like Stats singing that don't know what they're singing. The people for the NFL definitely don't know what the fuck is going on. They just seeing, nah, fuck that. It don't look right. Shit is fucked up. Archie Man doing this, cut the shit out. Niggas don't even know what they cutting out. Niggas is just, all right, if you had a reason to cut the shit out, cool. You don't even know what you're cutting out. You just don't like the certain people that doing certain shit, so you want to stop it. That's my opinion.
Yeah, I remember Beyonce did something with the guns or something. They said, oh yeah, we gotta stop this. Because it started making it mainstream, you know? When they start making it mainstream, you know, somebody white might get hurt. And I'm telling y'all, they gotta stop it. If it hurts somebody white, it's a problem. They can shoot in the ghetto all they want. When they start shooting by the Gold Coast and all of that, oh nah, we gotta stop that. Y'all keep that downtown. Uptown. Don't bring that downtown.
But that's a great point, and this is my point. That's a great point, Murder. But this is my point: is that shit means different shit for different people. You know what I'm saying? It isn't like it's one community of sign language or something like that. No disrespect to anybody who uses sign language, or deaf or lip readers or something like that, for they make an issue of that. Mm-hmm. But when you do this in the Black America, it's supposed to be a blood. But Leo Cohen do this, and he like 300. The mob. How come Leo Cohen could do this, but if somebody black do this, it means blood? But Leo Cohen talking about, no, my label was 300. I mean 300 when you do this. That's what it means for him. Crazy. That's what it means for somebody else. But because it's us, it's bad. But when it's Leo Cohen, it's the label.
So I feel like that's not really fair though, because when people do the gritty, which Justin Jefferson, that's his thing, they do the same thing. So I feel like, how are you going to pick and choose which gestures you're going to allow and which not?
And that's our point, exactly. That's the point.
Yeah, that's like fair. I said,
I want to know. Go ahead, Murder. My last thing on this topic is, I want to know what the NFL thinks this means. That's what I want that answer. What does this mean? Roger Goodell, tell me what that means and why y'all abolishing it. I get the guns, the throat slash, everything else. We understand. Why are you abolishing this? What does that mean? I don't think they know. My bad, Murder.
They don't. Nah, that's true. I was just trying to say again, when Obama throw the 300 up, it mean Illuminati. And when who else throws it up? When Willie Allen throws it up, it means a good time or everything's okay. I'm fine.
Right.
You can serve somebody else.
Right.
I just didn't want me putting that sign up because people would clip that and say, I'm Illuminati.
Last point, kind of before we move on. That's another thing to both of y'all's points, because even get the get, that was the whole dance, and they did it at the White House with LSU. That wasn't a problem then. So I don't know. I just feel like they should let people do it. But what are you gonna say, Maurice?
The same symbol can mean another symbol can mean rock star to one person, and to somebody else they'll be like, oh, they throwing up the Baphomet. It's the same sign. When it's different people, it means different things. And I think that's what they're really trying to get a hold of, you know. But go ahead, Mo. My apology.
Yeah, but real quick, I just want, like, sometimes before games or anything done and different occasions, you got people out there, and I know they're soldiers or whatever, you got 21 gun salute. They shoot guns sometime before events. This is not a gun. This is your fingers. In case somebody thought this was a gun. This isn't a gun, right? I can't shoot anything at you with this, right?
See, when you do it, it says trigger happy.
Yeah, but the point is, this is not a gun. I'm just saying, niggas want to make shit into whatever they want to be. This can't kill you. I just want you to know that. Period.
Yeah.
It's my bad, everybody.
No, all good.
They said it might can kill you. It depends on who you give the sign to. If you give it to the person with the gun, that's what they're really afraid of. They're not afraid of the sign. They're afraid of what can come from it. But I definitely get what you're saying.
No, I understand that. But at the end of the day, Murder, this is really about urban America to me. They're bringing it into sports and saying that urban America is portraying violence, et cetera, this, that, and the third, X, Y, Z. When urban America, for history throughout America, doesn't have more violence than white people. White people they brought us here on violence. We got to this country on violence. For real. My nigga, with Civil Rights Act wasn't even 100 years ago. Shit wasn't even a hundo. Shit, Civil Rights joint is less than 100 years old, my nigga.
So they had the pit bulls first.
Nigga, they had everything. They was hanging us all type of shit, but they so scared that if we get in power one day, that we gonna do to them what they did to us. So niggas don't ever want us to be in no real power because they think revenge is coming, and we're not on that type of time. Niggas is scared like, nah, if they get full control, you know what we did to them niggas? It's gonna be bad for our kids. That's the real shit.
Yeah, people are laughing, but this is dead ass. This is very dead ass.
You know what I'm saying? Niggas do not want us to get in power because y'all white people as a country have the history of violence, not black niggas. Then, like I said, they try to act like, oh, y'all getting wild. Y'all y'all niggas is wild. Y'all niggas.
They the wildest.
Yeah, them niggas hung us. A lot of shit that we and we don't gotta go through no more, thank God or whatever, is not even 100 years old. It's like 60, 78 years old. Like you sit there, my grandmother actually had to go to use somebody else's only black bathrooms. They bust my mother to go to the school. I don't know if y'all people know what busing was. I didn't have to go through that, thank God. I'm not that old, but that's when they was putting black kids in white schools and trying to make society and all that shit because they did niggas wrong. I just found this out the other day, Murder and Mo and Stat, because I had an argument with somebody and I lost the bet. I don't really gamble outside of Underdog, but I lost a $2 bet that I didn't know women can get their own bank account till 1974. I'm like, 1974, the Knicks just won in 73. You mean the Knicks ain't won a championship since women can get their own bank account? It's crazy, my nigga. That's wild. That's so the Knicks.
What was that about?
The Knicks still ain't get a championship since women been allowed to get their own bank account. The reason I even know this knowledge is because I was talking to a female and I'm like, yo, girls are getting money back. Females were getting money in the 60s, She's like, well, for your information, Kim, females couldn't even get their own bank account since 1974. And I'm like, the fuck out of here. And then I lost the bet. I bet $2. I lost. Fucking,
yo.
That's crazy. That's 1974, my nigga.
So that mean they started pimping too. Because if she couldn't have her own bank account, who had the money?
You can make it a joke. I'm dead serious. You can Google it.
No,
I'm telling you. You are not allowed. The woman could not have a bank account since 1974. So when niggas be trying to stop all this and everything else, I be thinking niggas be trying to make us stagnant on our culture and shit that we want to do, still filtering us to certain shit. And I be like, bro, if you got a reason behind this, okay, cool, you got a reason behind this. But what's the reason? You only got a reason, my nigga. Y'all just wanted to stop because it's cool and y'all niggas ain't cool no more, my opinion.
And
that's basically saying we want to take y'all talent, but we want y'all to act like us. We want the talent, but control the way you act. And I was being serious. If she can't have her own bank account, That's pimping at its highest. So that means he brought pimping here too with the violence. Another thing that they say black people do.
Right,
You know?
right.
Yeah. Last thing I'll add is I just feel like there's way more other things, for them to be banning and worried about rather than gestures and stuff. But crazy good history lesson from Cam, because that is true. So the more you know. Okay. So there is a rumor that the Browns are going to try to trade for Dak Prescott, and then eventually down the line, Cowboys will move up to draft Shador. Bold take, but it's been trending. Maurice, want to know what's your take? Do you think this is possible? Could you even see this happening? What do we think?
Man, I want to see it happen. Both for Shador and then both for my Cleveland Browns. If we get a chance to get Dak, I know Dak hasn't had all the success he's wanted to in Texas, but to bring him to that division will be crazy. I don't know who the Steelers going to pick stat, but for the other quarterbacks inside the division and to have Dak over here, I think it'd be crazy. And I would like to see Shador because I think he played high school football down there in Texas. And I think his personality, his father, everything that he's about, I would love to see him just even be a Cowboy and get, groomed to that system to become a star for the Cowboys. So I want it to happen. I want it to personally because Dak is still young. He's 31. I can see him helping us get to the playoffs and moving the needle. But I want to see it happen.
This would be the best thing that Dallas has done in a long time, man. I mean, they had Ezekiel Elliott, all of the debacles they had with Dak Prescott and everybody else they've been giving money to, Jerry Jones. You will finally get your name back. Long as they don't have Michael Irvin and doggy style on a field call, that's all I care about, that they don't have Michael Irvin on the field acting crazy, but this will be phenomenal. Like you said, Shador grew up in that town. Dion is from that place. And this may be the thing that Dion had up his sleeve all this time, Killer. That he was like, my son gonna go where I want him to go. This will be perfect for that, and not to mention that, the Cleveland Browns will finally have a piece that they need, pause as well, is a good quarterback, because we saw what they did with what's the old Flacco with Flacco. So
Joe Flacco.
This would be great for both teams. And I will be excited about it. I know both cities will be excited about it. We'll have a blue-collar state with a blue-collar worker in Dak Prescott. And maybe this is what he needs also, as a fresh start. They got some talent over there. I mean, and at the Browns, so they definitely need Prescott.
Yeah, I think that to me, this is kind of, if this was to happen, this is the time to do it. Because nobody expects a lot from the Cowboys. We don't expect too much. We don't expect y'all niggas to win, especially in that division with the Eagles and the emergence of the Commanders, and y'all are the third best team in the division. Nobody really, knows what's going to happen with the Giants, even though they got Russell Wilson, Jameis. That's just announcements. What they're going to do on the field is a different story. So to go there, in my opinion, even though it's the Dallas Cowboys, as much as expected from them every single year, to me, you kind of playing with house money. Let's say Shador does go there and he doesn't perform well. Not going to say perform well. Dallas Cowboys don't perform well. And they perform, or they do perform well. If they perform well, it's great. Matter of fact, Shador comes in, kills them, etc. This looks great. But let's say he doesn't, the Dallas Cowboys don't perform well the first year. What this does is open the conversation for Deion Sanders to come there and coach. Because I don't even remember the fucking name of the Dallas Cowboys' new coach right now. Michael Irvin don't know them nigga. Michael Irvin's pissed off. So let's say it doesn't go right the first year or the first 2 years. Now Deion has the door open to come there as a coach and coach his son, and that's what the ticket that we've been waiting to see. But even if it does go well, it's still a plus for Shador too. If this is going to happen, this is definitely time to do it. Absolutely.
And then just to kind of re-clarify, guys, this is just speculation, just a rumor, but this is if it were to happen, what their thoughts would be. Okay, so moving along, Got to talk about LeBron again real quick. So it was announced that LeBron will be continuing his podcast, this time with Steve Nash, but Kendrick Perkins gave his insight on his decision. So Kendrick gave Steve Nash his flowers and obviously doesn't question his basketball mind, but he wants to know why LeBron chose Steve. He basically listed he could have worked with Richard Jefferson, Channing Frye, Phil Handy, or even Draymond Green. He ends his quote by saying, "So what I'm getting at is why none of those guys, LeBron? They're your guys. Why are none of them on your podcast?" And I'll leave it at that. So Maurice, why do you think people have a problem with LeBron's podcast partner choice, specifically Kendrick Perkins?
I don't know. You can look at it a few different ways. It's easy to say that, he should deal with somebody black, and you will want to see him, edify a black person's platform because he's black and he has so much notoriety and just his value and the equity that he brings to the space. Like, I get that part. And then sometimes, like, niggas just want to fuck with who they fuck with. Sometimes he just be like, I don't want to deal with you niggas. And there's nothing wrong with that either. And I'm not saying that he's feeling like that, but I'm black and sometimes I don't want to deal with niggas. And I'm not LeBron. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is, man.
Wait, Mose. So are you saying that LeBron is Republican when it comes to sports? And he look at blacks as Democrats?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying everybody on this screen who I'm looking at has been at some level in their life to say, man, niggas get on my nerves, right?
If
So you saying Kendrick Perkins would get on your nerves? Are you saying?
Hold on. Let me say this.
Get on your nerves.
Hold on. This is Ohio business.
Question.
I'm gonna speak on Ohio business. Me and LeBron were the same age, right? So we grew up around the same time, right? So let me say this, right? I think I can respectfully say that sometimes you don't want to deal with niggas and nigga shit, and he can't say that, but I can say that for him, and I just think that that's where he's at in his life. Like, I just don't want to deal with niggas. I want to associate with them. I want to deal with them at arm's length, but sometimes I just don't want niggas that close to my set. That's just what I believe that goes to LeBron's mind. That's my personal opinion.
Well, I'm going to give another twist to it. Pause. I think when he did the podcast with a bunch of black people, it didn't work. So this is a healthy way to look at it. So we don't look at LeBron as a racist, when it comes reverse racism. He's going with the white boy because he saw how it worked out with JJ Redick. I didn't see that. So now he said, let me try it again. If it worked once, pause, let's see how it works again. He did the barbershop thing with a bunch of black people. That didn't really do well. He did something with JJ Redick. It worked. It's just that simple. It's not always a race thing. I just put that out there because they're trying to make him seem like he's a Republican when it comes to sports. But when he's voting, he's a Democrat, So I just want to clear that up because the first thing black people do when they don't get a shot is yell racism. It ain't always racism. Like you said, Mo, sometimes you just don't want to be around niggas. I know I definitely don't want to be around niggas. So I concur, you know what I'm saying? I'm not even in denial about it. Some people are in denial about it. I 100% emphatically, most earnestly don't want to be around niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll be around Killer. Killer is my nigga, but I'm not the guy, I don't like the nigga behavior. You got to watch where your clothes are. You got to watch if all your watches is in the bag. You got to watch it. If your jewelry is still in the safe, you know what I'm saying? I don't have time to be looking over my shoulder for everything and doing everything for everybody. And then the moment one thing go wrong, it's like you did none of the 99 things you just did, I don't have time for it. Killer replied to me one time. He said, I said, Killer, won't we get together and work on some artist music or something? Cause I don't got time.
Yeah, I don't deal with rappers.
The nigga rent, his mother bills, his auntie. He just had a baby. I'm like, bro, I'm supposed to be helping with music.
That's a fact. Yeah,
Not your niece and your grandmother. Come on, man.
Yeah, I told Murder, I said, yo, if you...
It's way too dangerous for way too little bit of money.
That's a fact, though.
He said, yo, you'll come back to the hood. I said, I know.
Yeah,
I know this.
He ain't lying, bro. I definitely turn Murder. I tell niggas that all the time when they pertain to rappers. Well, you know, it's kind of different now because they got their new own technology and they help them out. But soon as you fuck with a new artist, they good on their own till you sign them, then everything go bad. No, I just got kicked out. Yo, the rent dude, yo. Somebody, yo, nigga, me and my man, one of my partners, yo, Murder Mo, this is some dead-ass shit. One of my partners had an artist, and he wanted me to work with him. Or her. We didn't even know if it was a guy or girl. To this day, we still don't know. Their name was like a neutral name, like Pat. More of the story, they asked the nigga, my partner, I ain't gonna say his name because the person we talking about gonna know I'm talking about. But they started becoming mad needy, and he was asking me, I said, no, I can't be involved in this, with this project. Like, the person, like I said, we don't know what they were. And they asked my partner, are you going to be free in September? Let's say it's March. I'm going to need somebody to watch my dog for a day or two. Is it in September? Is that cool? And like I said, let's say it's March. And he's like, I can't commit to watching your dog for a day or two in March. What are you talking about? Why? What's going to happen? He's like, now I got to go to a funeral.
Watch their dog.
No, Murder. Did you hear the date? You know it's going to be a funeral in September? It's March. What funeral you going to in September that you know about it in March? Nah, niggas be coming up with all type of shit.
That's wild.
Yeah, that's wild, my nigga. But yeah, I concur. Listen, man.
On killing somebody?
Huh? I don't know.
They must have planned on killing somebody. They said it's gonna be a funeral in September.
Yo, I have no idea, but the act, first of all, the act to watch the dog is crazy, and to know exactly the date of the funeral in March is wild.
Yeah.
It's wild, my nigga. It's wild, my nigga. But back to both of you guys' points, man. You know, Mase, you're absolutely right, man. The thing about it is, and you know, we grew up with the niggas of most niggas. Not saying niggas ain't niggas now, but goddamn, bro. You know what we literally crawled out a boiling pot to get out of here. Like literally, like, oh Larry, I'm burning. Like, yeah, like nigga, you don't go back. You come by and say hello and help out who you can get out of there, but you don't go back in there. Fam, I live in several different neighborhoods that's very, very nice throughout the country. Thank God I'm in a great position. Swear to God, I can't be more thankful for the life that I have. I'm driving, getting close to my house. I see a nigga with a do-rag. I done. Fuck is a nigga with a do-rag doing over here? I get low. I start driving like this. I can't
be. I'm trying to get rid of it. I'm trying to get away from them.
Yeah, so trust me, I get what both of y'all talking about. I start seeing, I'm supposed to be the only person in my neighborhood riding through blasting music dumb loud. I'm supposed to be only that person. I start hearing music, I'm looking out, fuck out of here, yo. But you know, I be niggas with Lambo. I'm like, maybe they NFL or something. Like, nah, man. I'm the only loud blasting do-rag wearing nigga in this neighborhood. I don't want to see nobody else with that shit. I'm supposed to be the only person. I'm the token for that neighborhood with the do-rags and the loud music. Fuck is going on? You know what I'm saying? I get low. I feel both of y'all niggas, man. Y'all niggas 100% are correct. And to LeBron's point is this, bro, to the actual podcast, it's like this. So Kendrick Perkins named Draymond. Draymond got his own podcast already. You named Shannon Fry. Shannon Fry was a big man who wasn't really that athletic. He was a cool piece to the podcast. He talks well. I mean, to the teams he played for. He talks well on NBA TV, etc. Richard Jefferson, the other person that they named, very athletic, very another contributor to championship teams, talks very well, etc. Ain't nobody they named better than Steve Nash. Steve Nash, a two-time league MVP, nigga. Yeah. Steve Nash is a brilliant basketball mind. Steve Nash is motherfucking, he didn't win the championship, but that nigga nice. He didn't have a great end to his career because of the injuries. But niggas out here acting like Steve Nash wasn't Steve Nash. Steve Nash nice. And all that. Yeah, so even the names that Kendrick Perkins named, which is, like I said, Kendrick Perkins, my nigga, they not more basketball savvy than Steve Nash. White, black, purple, green, red, yellow, whatever. I don't give a fuck what color he is. Them names are not more effective than Steve Nash, to me, as far as a basketball mind is concerned, if that's what we're talking about. Secondly, LeBron James is fucking rich, bro. He's rich. And Maverick Carter gets these deals done. He tells Maverick Carter what he wants to do. I think the game's getting away, not the game, pardon me, podcasts and shows are getting away to the basketball IQ of what basketball is. Go out and find me somebody who could get me a show so we can get back to X's and O's and show them what basketball is about. Okay, what do you think about J.J. Redick? I bet. What do you think about Steve Nash? You think LeBron James is out there sorting through a Rolodex talking about my black friends, my white friends, my black friends, my white friends? Who am I? Nah, he got people to put him in order. Does he have to okay this? Yeah, he has to okay it, but he's not out sorting out the talent for his shit. Period. People got to stop this racism shit on certain things. That is just ridiculous, my nigga.
No, what you really?
Wait, Mo. Do y'all think Russell Westbrook, if he was retired right now, is on the same level as a Steve Nash? Basketball-wise, like things they've done.
Me personally, no, because I think that Russell Westbrook is an exceptional talent, and I'm not going to sit here and act like he's above or below Steve Nash. Russell Westbrook averaged triple-double for a season. I think more than once, if I'm not mistaken.
That's why I asked that question.
Yeah, but to me, if we're talking X's and O's, what LeBron wants to talk about, we're talking about IQ, because this is what LeBron is saying that he wants his podcast to be about. X's, O's, IQ, basketball IQ, the basketball mind. I'm not saying Russell Westbrook doesn't have a great basketball mind, but I think Russell Westbrook is more talented as a physical freak of nature, the jumping athletic ability, a nigga who go get a basket, nigga who go a ferocious basketball player, they're more IQ. And I'm not saying he's not smart. I think this, like, if we having a conversation, to be totally honest with you, I'm being honest with you, and I'm mature enough to say this, that if we comparing basketball IQs or basketball knowledge or skill-wise on the court, I would say Mase is more like a Steve Nash, and I'm more like a Russell Westbrook. I'm not here to be figuring out. I'm here to dunk on you. I'm here, that ass. Yeah. I was ferocious out there. I'm here to get past you. Don't reach on me. Let's get in the paint. That's my thing. I ain't here to be directing traffic. You know what I'm saying? And all that shit. That's my opinion. So if you're talking about a basketball mind, which LeBron James wants his podcast to be about, I think that Steve Nash will be better than a Russell Westbrook because his IQ is high.
Let me share some with you guys. I think, and I want to hear what you had to say, Mo, because I know I cut you off. Sorry. When it comes to Chris Paul, would Chris Paul be an X and O guy? Because he's black too. I think he's a name that people forgot about. He's definitely a guy that's looking to retire and won't be playing in the playoffs. Why not a Chris Paul if you're saying X's and O's? And that's kind of what I think they're saying. But what I looked at when you were saying this, Killer, is that even with the black people that people talk about, it's just been proven that when things don't go well with black people, it's going to turn into a scandal. It's going to turn into all of this bad media like Mo was talking about. And I think that's more so what we're talking about that we don't want to deal with. Nobody wants to deal with that. When a business doesn't work, when something doesn't go well, it doesn't have to turn into a smear campaign. And that's what they're showing right now. The mere fact that we're having this conversation is telling you why I didn't pick y'all. You see what you're doing right now? That's why you didn't get picked, because it turned into all this negativity if something, the first time, something doesn't go your way. And you got to think, these are people that are getting millions of dollars. So if they feel this way, can you imagine if they didn't have that money, how negative they would be?
That's a
Man,
great point.
I have an
That's a great
opinion.
point. Go ahead, Mo.
No, you had a great take with the Russell Westbrook, and it was a great point what you just said. And like sometimes when I hear people talk about LeBron, and I try to filter what they're really saying, but a lot of these dudes be mad that he got options at the end of the day, and they mad that
Yeah.
he just live his own life. He got options that they don't have, and so sometimes people don't want to say fuck you, but they'll say something else slick to try to take away from your greatness in a certain type of way. And when I be hearing shit like this, I'll be like, they just trying to take away from my man's greatness in some capacity, any chink in his armor. And that's just what it is. And, you know, a lot of guys won't come out and say it, but they wish that they had the option to pick who they wanted to basically be on their platform. And that's just the reality of it in my mind.
Yeah, but they did pick the people they want. Everybody that's conversing picked their staff, and they picked the people that they're doing the job with.
No, I guess I probably didn't articulate it well.
Well, what Mo was saying that they ain't picked the people that they wanted, not who LeBron wanted. They want LeBron with the people they want him with, basically, and it's LeBron's choice.
Yes, yes, and
They
they
want
don't
to run
have
other niggas'
the.
life.
Go ahead, Mo. I'm sorry if I
but they
stepped
don't
on your
have the-
toes. Sorry.
No, you helped me make my point, but they don't have the ability to go pick who they want. Like LeBron has the ability to pick anybody who he wants, and people feel grateful to come on his platform. No offense to Kendrick Perkins, but Kendrick Perkins probably couldn't go get Steve Nash to sit down and do a show and have him be happy about it. And that's no knocks to him because he's on ESPN. But we don't want to talk about that because it sounds offensive. But I don't think that a lot of these guys, Channing, whatever the hell his name is, I don't think that he probably had the ability to go pick a top tier dude to say, hey, let's sit down and do an HBO special and get hundreds of millions of dollars for it. And that's just the reality of life. Everybody doesn't have the same options. And so I think that a lot of people's jealousy and hate runs for him so deep, that it comes out in these like silly ways. That's just my opinion.
I get it.
Yeah, I didn't want to interrupt y'all, but the last thing I'll add, I definitely agree with Maurice's point. I think at this point, a lot of people are just nitpicking just really because of the dialogue that happened between LeBron James and Stephen A. And then Mase, to what you said earlier, I mean, LeBron did have his other show where he had black people on, and that was successful too because it was renewed for 5 seasons and they won a sports Emmy. I think regardless, whoever LeBron decides to work with, do video format, whatever, people are going to tune in. It's LeBron James. So I just think at this point, people are just mad at the whole situation and are using that as a way to be like, oh, well, why didn't you do this? And why didn't you do that? It's always going to be shoulda, coulda, woulda. At the end of the day, he can do what he want to do, and he will. And that's why he chose Steve Nash.
Yeah.
And people are still going to tune in. That's
And
fine.
LeBron is transcended from being just a nigga. Like he's beyond just black people. So to hold him to something that he have to do with just black people is not even realistic. And that's the reason why relationships don't work when people have unrealistic expectations. You got to have realistic expectations. And to think he's only going to do stuff with black people is not realistic.
Yeah, I still think that. I just still think regardless they're nitpicking. Because even if he did decide to do something with just black, I don't even think it would be a whole debacle because LeBron wouldn't even let it get to that point. That's just the type of person that he is. We already know he wants to be viewed in that way. He's not going to let anything get to a point where it's becoming an issue. And then as far as like Chris Paul and Westbrook, I just don't even think he would talk about X's and O's with an active NBA player. That doesn't even seem like a choice that he would make. I still just think he gonna do what he want to do, and that's why he went with Steve Nash, which makes a lot of sense to me. But To each their own. Everybody's going to have a lot of different opinions. In the comments, let us know what you guys think. Do you like Steve Nash, or do you think he should have went with a different option? We're going to go to break because Mikey Williams is on the move. We'll discuss more when we're back.
She called this thing about toxic. 4 years and counting. Got you feeling like an option. Maybe I'm my own problem, babe. She tired of hearing I don't know. Much stubborn in me won't fall. Dealing with this thing called trust. But she really thinking about it. She wanna be free. Why am I in this woman way free?
Welcome back. Now let's get into our underdog picks of the day. Tonight, the Timberwolves will play the Suns. Underdog has Kevin Durant at 25.5 points. Do you have him higher or lower, Mase?
I gotta go higher, man. I'm believing for KD to bounce back, for real.
Much as I want to go higher, man, I gotta go lower. KD, and not just KD, the Phoenix Suns the last 2 years against Minnesota has just not been looking good. And it seems like Ant-Man cannot wait to play the Phoenix Suns because he destroys the Phoenix Suns the last 2 years. And I have no idea why he's doing this because, look, man, even as much as we know Ant-Man's wild athletic, he got a great three-pointer, he's tenacious on defense when he has the chance, but it just looks like a pure mismatch whenever Minnesota plays Phoenix. And it's like, yo, where's Devin Booker? This is your matchup, Devin Booker. Where you at? Minnesota actually swept the Suns. Lower. I ain't gonna keep going. Lower.
Okay, well, speaking of where's Devin Booker, Underdog has Devin Booker at 37.5 points, rebounds, and assists.
See, this is what I'm talking about. Now we doing that for Devin Booker? Points, rebounds, and assists for 37. Devin Booker has 70 points. 70. Yeah. Devin Booker was on the Mamba route of being paused one of the next, like Kobe mindset. Now we combining all his shit. Lower.
Hey, Mase.
Yeah, I don't know. They jinxed my boy Book, man. They jinxed him. They even gave him some hot sneakers. Shout out to the Book sneakers, though. They're really fire, but I don't know what's going on, man. They got to get Bill out of there. Remember, it's the law of the last person. And if things start going bad, you got to check the last nigga who showed up, you know? And I'm gonna go higher because I'm in support of Book family. I'm praying for you, Book. We got to get this right.
Okay, and Anthony Edwards is at 4.5 assists. Do you have him higher or lower, Mase?
Nah, Lord, he ain't passing the ball. That nigga ain't passing the ball.
Actually gonna go higher because he's getting double and triple teamed this whole season. Everything is double teamed, and he's still getting his. So by default, it's gonna be high.
Yeah.
Make sure y'all download the Underdog app, and you can make your picks too. So UCF guard Mikey Williams.
Real quick before we start, can we put the screen on Mo and Mase? Can I get the whole screen with everybody on real quick? Mm-hmm. Yo, Mase, have you noticed anything? How Mo got on Ohio State hat again because niggas lost last week, Connecticut.
Oh, yeah, the niggas. I definitely was going to say something about that.
Yeah,
he tried to bounce back to Title Town.
Yeah, he tried to make a U-turn back to Title Town.
Yeah.
I seen niggas crying in Bobby earlier. I said, niggas crying and all that. Mo was motherfucking Connecticut this last week and said, I ain't doing it. I'm going back where the title is and said, fuck Connecticut this year. You ain't go up there once to support. Nigga been on the Ohio State tour and now there ain't even no merch or nothing being worn. It's crazy, man. I was waiting for a right time to point that out, but I thought we'd just say that right now, man.
Yeah, Mo. I told Killer behind your back that I removed my blessing, you know?
Oh, yeah.
He invited me out, so I took my title down.
Yeah, niggas said, you ain't even got no solidarity this week. Like, damn, man, it ain't worked out, but I'll wear a little paraphernalia. Nah, Ohio State, nigga. You know where I'm from.
Look at him, he got all black and red. That nigga from Titletown.
No commercials.
Come on, Stat.
No commercials.
That nigga is sending Bobby Hurley the voicemail. This shit is crazy, man. Danny Hurley, I'm one of them Hurleys. He send them niggas the voicemails fucked up. Shit is whack, Mo.
Come on, Stat. Next topic.
I can't always save you, Maurice. Okay. So Mikey Williams has entered the transfer portal. Since being at UCF, he has averaged 5 points per game, 1.9 rebounds, and 0.7 assists. Maurice, what's your opinion on his career trajectory?
Oh, man, I'm hoping that the change of scenery, the change of environment, and just where he's been, this last year, this last couple of years, I just hope it turns for him, But he's obviously looking for the same thing. I think that he's seen that for point guards right now, or shooting guards, I'm not sure which one he is, they're giving kids between $1 and $3 million a transfer. I don't know if he's hoping that his name does it. I don't know if it's an old coach who probably recruited him from high school, is at a university that he wants to go to, but I wish and hope that things turn out better for the young guy. He has so much potential and so much acclaim coming out, and things haven't panned out the way he's intended. But I hope to God that young Mikey Williams turns it around. And just I hope he sees this. I was reaching out to one of his professors. I was trying to connect myself with him, Paul's down there. I wanted to do an interview with him, just from somebody who had went through so much as an athlete, seeing what he was going through, and I wanted to sit down with him and talk with him. But we didn't make it happen. But I hope my man gets it together.
Yeah, I really hope for Mikey's sake that he ends up at a one of those schools that just let him go crazy. I think it don't matter what the name of the school is, long as it's a Division I school. I think he got to be open to taking his talent somewhere that's just gonna let the ball be in his hand, because he really, I saw him being a guy that come to college getting 20, getting 30. And maybe if he go to one of them smaller mid-majors, maybe getting 50 at one point. Not consecutively, but he got that kind of explosive talent. But he got to be open to go to a program that'll put the ball in his hand and let him do whatever he wants. He might need to look into a school like Lowell or Marymount. Maybe he could get that California love and that California back in one of those smaller schools that needs somebody to come there and light their program up, because he's a sensational talent. It's just a matter of him being in the right environment. I know recently he has given his life to the Lord and stuff like that. And I was telling Killer, whenever somebody make that move, you remember I told you that, Killer? You got to give them at least 2 to 3 years, because they mind be going through so many different things that they don't even really be focused on the thing they used to be focused on. So I pray that everything go well for him.
This Mase, man, I don't know the nigga. Mase been pumping this nigga for 17 years, man. Pause. Been pumping this Mikey Williams shit. You lived in San Diego, this, that, yo. It's taking too long, murder. I seen LaMelo Ball. He couldn't dunk. Nigga all-star now, man. Since how long he been talking this Mikey Williams
roaches.
Yeah, listen, I don't know. Mase been pumping Mikey Williams, said he lived in San Diego, he watched him play. Listen, I ain't gonna front. If you ask me, when I see Mikey Williams on Instagram, he supposed to be in the NBA right now. I don't but everybody Instagram highlights is gonna be good on their page if you're looking at it. Who gonna have the bad highlights up? on they shit. The shit looked sensational on Instagram, but I don't know what happened at UFC. I didn't keep up with them. It's UCF. I'm so sorry, UCF. It's the same letters mixed around. But basically, the reason I'm so confused a little bit is that Mase has some sympathy for this kid and he doesn't know him. Or not like that from as far as I know. I don't want to say he doesn't know him. But he has no sympathy for nobody else who doesn't produce. Bronny, nobody else. Nobody in the NBA, he don't got time to watch losers. He ain't got time to watch nobody who's not winning. He don't got time to watch the Washington Wizards. He don't got time to watch nobody, but you keep on pumping this kid, and we haven't seen no signs of anything great just yet. Not at least since me and you been speaking again. I haven't seen anything that's great. But you keep giving this nigga a pass. What's the relationship, Mase, between y'all two? What's the relationship? I'm trying to figure out why you get a pass and nobody else get a pass.
You got no mercy for anybody else.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out why does he get a pass?
He really doesn't. It's the way Statins asked the question. I've been working with her on it, It's the way she asked the question. To me, I don't have really time for it. I said I'm praying for him, but that's about it. I ain't got time.
I have nothing to say. I have nothing to say. It's the way I word the question, but we know the questions ahead of time and could see it on our phones, but that's fine.
Yeah, listen, man. This what I'll say about Mikey, and just off of Mace's word and the hype around him coming before he got to college and the gun situation and everything else. He had a lot of hype around him, and people were saying he's going to be this and that and the third. I have no high knowledge, only just from what I heard. I actually never seen a full game in play. But if he's like what everybody is basing everybody saying he was like, etc., and he's a talent, and like I said, from the highlights that I see him on social media and the internet, so on, very athletic, can shoot. This is all without, not in competition, though, drills and everything else. If he like that, the best place for him is this, my opinion. And it's two different sports, but you gonna have somebody there who kind of understands you, kind of knows who you are, etc.
Mm-hmm.
Go to Colorado. Dion coaches football, but he'll know where to get the money at. He'll know some niggas to put some money in your pocket, and he understands if you're that kind of sensation that Mase and others say you are, he can help out with the coaching staff and tell them, let him go. He need to go. If he like that, like everybody say he like that, go to Colorado. You got somebody there in the building that kind of will understand your situation, and not only understand your situation, understand that you're a raw talent. You don't need to have handcuffs on you. And not only that, if you gave your life to God, so did Coach Prime. So all that matches. Whether Colorado is good as like Mase said, they're not the best team in college basketball, but you don't gotta be on the best team to show your talent and get to the next level.
Yeah, correct.
Great points. Okay, last little just question reaction, and anybody can answer, but it did happen last night in the Lakers versus the Bulls. Basically, Josh Giddey ended up making the game winner buzzer beater as LeBron tried to block him. That didn't work. And the Bulls ended up winning that game. The Bulls have now won their second game versus the Lakers in the past week and a half. Anybody can answer first, but just in general, how do you guys feel about that happening over LeBron? Because it was a pretty crazy ending. I don't think anybody expected that to happen. And then Josh Giddey, out of everybody in the NBA, making that shot, it was just very much so a shock.
Every dog on his day.
Initial thoughts, anybody can go first? Maybe Mase.
Yeah, a broke clock is right twice a day. That's what I say to that.
All.
Not ready to give Josh Giddey no credit. This last year we was asking, did he date the little girl? I can't do that right now. I'm not ready. I'm back to no mercy since Killer brought that up.
Listen, man, this the NBA, man. LeBron just hit a buzzer beater the night before last. The very next night, somebody hit a buzzer beater on him. It's the league.
Okay. Maurice, any final thoughts?
Yeah, I was done after Bezo.
Yeah, I know that you and Cam don't say anything wrong about LeBron. Is there a reason?
What you said?
Oh, I'm biased.
Oh.
I'm biased.
Yeah. Thank you, Mo. Thank you, Mo. Thank you, Mo. You heard that shit?
He said he's biased, but what was your original question?
Yeah.
I said I noticed him and Cam don't ever say anything wrong about LeBron.
Oh, you talking about? I didn't hear you. I'm biased too, nigga. Fuck you talking? Whatever.
And
I'm biased. I don't care. Said, man, yo, Murder. Let me tell you something, man. Let me ask you a question, Murder. I'm gonna just ask you.
I know what you about to say. I know what you about to say.
Tell me. You tell me what I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna tell you if you right or not. Yeah. What I'm gonna say?
You're gonna say I'm wrong because you don't want me.
No. Word to everything I love. If you right, I'll tell you right. What I'm about to say? Tell me.
You about to say something to the effect of your bias to LeBron is better than being biased to Mikey Williams. That's
No. What I was gonna say was this, Murder. This is what I was gonna say. Is that listen? Damn, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm Ohio biased. That's first and foremost.
Mm-hmm.
That's first and foremost. But I wouldn't say he your friend or whatever, but the person you was cool with who had a billions in jail, my nigga is outside with the billion. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. It ain't a lot of I don't know how many billionaires you could call. I'm just saying. I could text a billionaire in a minute, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm biased, man. Just saying.
This is where I might jump in for commercial break.
Oh, shit.
That was good.
Just saying. And I hope people get out. I don't want to say no names. But I'm just saying.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. That was good.
Yeah. I'm just saying I could text the person billionaire. But hey, maybe the billionaire you could text and be out soon too, hopefully. God willing.
My stomach hurt.
Well, y'all.
Right there.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
Take us away.
I got you this time. Y'all, that's all the time that we have for today. Thank y'all for watching. And as always, it is what it is.
What you want, nigga? Everything, nigga, super size. Two Big Macs, like when they doing them 2 for $5.